Hi, welcome to Down the Track on InView TV. Today on our fourth episode with Jordan White, we're going to discuss what he's been doing in his last week in the lead up to round 2 of the state championships, which is on tomorrow at Wanneroo Raceway. Let's bring on Jordan now and learn what he's been up to. Hey Jordan, how you going?
Going good, Bruce. Preparing for tomorrow and just doing everything I need.
And so that preparation, tell us a bit about it. What have you been doing in this last week to prepare for round 2 tomorrow?
So really it's just getting the bikes is one of the big things, making sure they're all ready to go. Changing the wheels out because I did a little bit of practice on one of the bikes, and another big thing is keeping fitness up, which I do, a variety of different things from workouts to rowing machine and then football.
And that's the rowing machine and the workout. How often do you do that? Is that once a week, twice a week, or?
I do it once every 2 days, so I have like a rest day, then I do it, then a rest.
Right, okay. And you mentioned football. We'll come back to that. What about practice? Have you been out practicing? Any track action days?
So last weekend we went to a track action day, and it was actually Easter Friday. And we went down Wanneroo and we had the wet bike there, and we just put some drier tyres on it. And we weren't there trying to go fast. We were there just to get some laps around the track and familiarise myself with it, even though I ride there so many times. But it's good to get there and get some, of your anxiousness out before the riding. And it's a way to calm down, really, because you do it and you're like, okay, look, it's not really that difficult, And just have a bit of fun.
And on those track action days, how long are you out there for? Is it a few hours or is it a whole day thing?
So you have sessions throughout the day. They've got 4 riding groups and then an induction group. So there's 5, and you just rotate through. So you have your session, then the other 4, then your session. And the sessions are like 10, 15 minutes generally. And we just go out there and ride and just do as many laps as you can before they finish the session.
And so how many laps would you get in? You said, 10 to 15 minutes. So is that about 10 or 15 laps? A little bit less, I guess?
A little bit less because you got to allow for your out lap and so on. So around, 10, 15 laps. Some of the faster guys might get in, 16 laps because they do sub-minute times. But for me, a little bit under however many minutes is how many laps I get.
Sure. And you mentioned you like football. We're going to show you a little bit of footage here. Let's have a look. You play for Kelmscott, I believe. Got a bit of a good kick on you there. What position do you play, Jordan?
Last year I played a lot of wing and then half forward because it's just somewhere that I like playing and like ability. So wing and half forward are my go-to.
Okay, I thought you might be a bit tall for a wingman. How tall are you, actually?
179 centimetres.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. That's pretty good for, hey, I was going to say a 15-year-old, but of course you turned 16 recently. So happy birthday for a couple of weeks ago. You're now a 16-year-old. So I guess that's a pretty decent height for a 16-year-old playing on the wing. And how long have you been playing for the Kelmscott Bulldogs?
This is my second season. I wasn't playing this time last year, but a friend in my class named Robert, he was like trying to encourage me to come down because we kicked the footy at school, obviously. And he was like, oh, you're not bad. You got an all right kick. Why don't you come down? And he sort of convinced me to do it, and I spoke to Dad about it, and Dad said, yeah, why not? It'd be good for having a bit of fun and making friendships, and then obviously really good for fitness as well. So just kept it going after last season.
Yeah, football is a great sport for meeting people, great camaraderie. I love it for that. Just make sure you don't get injured and impact your racing. So tomorrow we got round 2. What can we expect from Jordan White in round 2 tomorrow?
Well, I don't want to jinx it, but in the 400s, I'd like to take another 3 out of 3 wins, with the production racing. The last race was pretty close, but I just want to get get into turn one first and then just ride my own race and try and break away from the pack. And then, the 600s, just want to catch on to some of the faster guys and learn as much as I can, because obviously with my bad starts at round one in the 600s, you're sort of fighting your way through the field. And then by the time you do, the gap to the faster group of riders is too great to catch back up. So then you're sort of stuck riding on your own. It's like you don't really learn as much as what you could be. So, just want to get better starts in the 600 and,
So in the 400, get out front and then lead for the race. 600, get off the line a bit quicker and try and stay close to the pack. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Just stay with that leading group and see what they're doing and how they go about making their fast lap times.
Yeah, it's interesting what you say there, that if you've dropped back a bit, you lose the opportunity to learn from the leading group because you're too far back, you can't see them, I guess. Whereas if you're up amongst that, you can learn what they're doing, see what they're doing. So that's a very good point. It's good that you're all about learning and you want to be up the front of the pack for obvious reasons, but one of them for you is so you can learn off those top riders.
Yeah.
The pit boards that get held out as you go past, what information is on that? Obviously, you've only got a split second to read it. What are the things that you're looking at on that board as you go past? And we'll bring up some footage of a pit board and a picture of it on some future shows. But yeah, what are you looking at when you race past that pit board?
So when you go down the pit straight, obviously you look for your pit board, and on the pit board we have a numbering system 1 to 4, and each number means there's a similar to the rider behind you, or behind you, because you can see in front obviously. And 1 means they're catching on you, 2 means they're close but stabilizing, and then 3 and 4 just you're getting further away, and then 4 you've gotten away, and then it just has your lap number, so you know how many laps you've done and how many you have to go.
Right, okay. So obviously there's no communication. That's why you've got a pit board. There's no, as in wireless communication. Is that the same with all the categories? They rely on a pit board and they don't have any wireless communication?
Yeah, throughout all the road racing categories, if it's sidecars, if it's juniors, if it's superbikes even, the only means of communication to the riders from the pits is through the pit board.
Right, okay. I'm learning again from you, Jordan. So tomorrow in round 2, who are your biggest threats?
It's a tough question. In the production, I would like it's my teammate Jaden Martin. Quite a fast rider, very smooth and consistently fast all the time. So I feel like him and in the production, he'll be pretty much the biggest rival. And in the 600s, it's hard to say because you don't really know enough of the people in there yet. But if I had to say something, it'd probably be Josh Cook on the R6. Not as much as a rival, but it would be someone I think I'll be riding around all day because similar pace and
All right, well, we look forward to hearing more about how you go next week on the show. We're going to have cameras hopefully around the track tomorrow to capture some of the on-track action. We're going to get more and more cameras following you as this series goes on. So good luck for tomorrow, Jordan. We are looking forward to hearing some good results come through and looking forward to speaking to you again and showing all your fans exactly what happens on and off the track.
See you, Bruce. Thank you. Chat
See you,
soon.
Jordan. Bye. So that's it for another episode. We're looking forward to seeing how Jordan goes tomorrow, racing in round 2 of the WA State Championships. We're going to have some cameras around the place, hopefully capturing some good action. And then, of course, we'll be speaking with Jordan again next week. Thanks for joining the show. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.